This new 8-ton capacity refrigerated low-pressure CO2 system has recently been commissioned at a new coating plant in Windsor, Connecticut. The vessel is designed for installation either indoors or outdoors. Low-cost bulk CO2 is delivered to the site via tanker truck and pumped directly into the vessel. The vessel is insulated to keep refrigeration costs at a minimum. The refrigeration unit is a dependable Copeland direct drive type and is powered by a 2-horsepower, 480-volt, 3-phase motor. The refrigeration unit maintains the liquid CO2 in the storage vessel at 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which keeps the CO2 pressure at 300 psi. The control cabinet monitors and supervises high pressure, low pressure, and power failure. The vessel is equipped with a master shut-off valve and integral tamper supervisory switch. The largest selector valve used in this application is a 6-inch manual and pressure-operated butterfly type, sized to accommodate a flow rate of 9,000 pounds of CO2 per minute for the liquid warehouse. The 2-inch master selector valve distributes CO2 to the area selector valve manifold. Separate selector valves are provided, one for each of 4 coating machines, one for the mix room, and one for the electrical control room. The selector valves are pressure-operated using CO2 vapor in the pilot line taken directly from the storage vessel. The regulated 100 psi pilot control pressure is supervised by a pressure switch. Pilot pressure is constantly applied at the solenoid valves on all selector valves. The solenoid valve is energized by an alarm output from the fire control panel, allowing the pilot pressure to operate the valve. When the timer cycle is complete, the fire control panel de-energizes the solenoid valve, allowing the pilot pressure to vent, thereby closing the selector valve. The selector valves also can be manually closed to prevent discharge by area, or manually opened to allow direct manual discharge by area. The selector valves are also available with supervisory tamper switches. The amount of CO2 supplied for suppression in a given hazard area or volume is directly determined by how long the selector valve remains open. The CO2 is dispensed through 2 types of nozzles. This radial nozzle is used for total flood or rate by volume coverage. The flow rate is determined by the size of the nozzle, the quantity of nozzles, and the orifice sizes for each nozzle. These SR nozzles are used for local application or rate by area coverage. All total flood areas in some local application areas are equipped with pre-discharge warning alarm horns and flashing lights. When an alarm is initiated, either automatically by heat detectors or manually by pull stations, the evacuation time delay commences to allow the occupants sufficient time to evacuate prior to the system discharge. All functions of the CO2 systems are controlled by the fire control panel. These functions include supervisory zones, alarm initiating zones, time delay zones, selector valve output and timer zones, and alarm indicating zones. Control relays are also provided in the control panel for shutting down machine and equipment processes and heating and ventilating functions.